Were you running late until you realized your car had a flat tire? Were you running late until you realized your car had a flat tire? The message has been translated into Spanish. The message has been translated into Spanish. Do you know where the museum is? Do you know where the museum is? He is riding a rabbit. He is riding a rabbit. What month is after June? What month is after June? Did they finish their homework before the deadline? Did they finish their homework before the deadline? Can you explain this to me? Can you explain this to me? Anxiety. Anxiety. When I woke up, he had already had his breakfast. When I woke up, he had already had his breakfast. Was her aunt a nurse? Was her aunt a nurse? I'm in the room with the chairs. I'm in the room with the chairs. His mother is the second man. His mother is the second man. We have gluten-free and vegan options available. We have gluten-free and vegan options available. We went to Paris to see the Eiffel Tower. We went to Paris to see the Eiffel Tower. After a month, I can't bother. After a month, I can't bother. I was late because I missed the bus. I was late because I missed the bus. This is my favorite color. This is my favorite color. Didn't I spend? Didn't I spend? I sleep 8 hours a night. I sleep 8 hours a night. I'm going to wear my new dress at the party. I'm going to wear my new dress at the party. Your grandson was a harvester. Your grandson was a harvester. Could you please explain the situation to me? Could you please explain the situation to me? They were not imposed on a weekly basis. They were not imposed on a weekly basis. I was working 2 years later. I was working 2 years later. He studied for hours every day to pass the exam. He studied for hours every day to pass the exam. Scientists will conduct experiments in the laboratory. Scientists will conduct experiments in the laboratory. Don't you appreciate? Don't you appreciate? Couldn't he be a concierge then? Couldn't he be a concierge then? I love going hiking in the mountains. I love going hiking in the mountains. Just wait outside. Just wait outside. They may not have known before. They may not have known before. Are we never illusionists? Are we never illusionists? Can't they teach at sunset? Can't they teach at sunset? They are dancing at the party. They are dancing at the party. Although the book is long, it is gripping. Although the book is long, it is gripping. Impatient. Impatient. Am I blushing? Am I blushing? My friend told me, I'm going to run a marathon next year. My friend told me, I'm going to run a marathon next year. Could ride. Could ride. This is the most interesting book I've ever read. This is the most interesting book I've ever read. At the end of the semester, I will be taking this course for 4 months. At the end of the semester, I will be taking this course for 4 months. Don't I wake up after 3 weeks? Don't I wake up after 3 weeks? Can lock. Can lock. Weren't they ignored next year? Weren't they ignored next year? It didn't fly 2 hours ago. It didn't fly 2 hours ago. The books of the legendary author are still popular today. The books of the legendary author are still popular today. Yes, I am married. Yes, I am married. Shouldn't make a noise at noon. Shouldn't make a noise at noon. They are charged after 4 minutes. They are charged after 4 minutes. Check out. Check out. Are you putting in the year? Are you putting in the year? We were determined to finish the project until the very end. We were determined to finish the project until the very end. See you soon. See you soon. The museum had fascinating exhibits about ancient civilizations. The museum had fascinating exhibits about ancient civilizations. They cleaned their house before the guests arrived. They cleaned their house before the guests arrived. Could you please help me move this heavy desk? Could you please help me move this heavy desk? Sympathetic. Sympathetic. They contain natural ingredients. They contain natural ingredients. Didn't you vote 1 second ago? Didn't you vote 1 second ago? How old are you? How old are you? Won't he be a scientist in 5 seconds? Won't he be a scientist in 5 seconds? Were his colleagues landscape architects? Were his colleagues landscape architects? To influence. To influence. Can I get up often? Can I get up often? Are his siblings rulers? Are his siblings rulers? Your grandma is a golfer. Your grandma is a golfer. I can't stand to see them fighting. I can't stand to see them fighting. I need to change the light bulbs in the kitchen. I need to change the light bulbs in the kitchen. I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks. I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks. Everything will be very nice. Everything will be very nice. We'll sort it later. We'll sort it later. He will finish his degree and after that he will start looking for a job. He will finish his degree and after that he will start looking for a job. We may not shed last year. We may not shed last year. After he finished his homework, he went out to play. After he finished his homework, he went out to play. It is compared 1 night later. It is compared 1 night later. Will they be important? Will they be important? We would continue with other platforms. We would continue with other platforms. I have to take the dog for a walk. I have to take the dog for a walk. When do you like to go to the museum? When do you like to go to the museum? What sport do you like to do? What sport do you like to do? Does it suppress? Does it suppress? I'm going to learn to swim this summer, he said to his friend. I'm going to learn to swim this summer, he said to his friend. Is his father a bellboy? Is his father a bellboy? Emotional. Emotional. Scholarship. Scholarship. Will it attack at night? Will it attack at night? Students are studying for the exam. Students are studying for the exam. The decision was influenced by the manager. The decision was influenced by the manager. He fixed the leaking faucet in the bathroom. He fixed the leaking faucet in the bathroom. He got stuck in traffic on his way to work. He got stuck in traffic on his way to work. His grandson was a sailor. His grandson was a sailor. Was your stepmother a dentist? Was your stepmother a dentist? The cat is chasing the mouse. The cat is chasing the mouse. Can I take effect after 1 week? Can I take effect after 1 week? We should be hopeful for next year. We should be hopeful for next year. Not participating in the twilight? Not participating in the twilight? The channel was too deep. The channel was too deep. The company had its website redesigned by a professional web developer. The company had its website redesigned by a professional web developer. Did it appear before? Did it appear before? Can finish the project on time. Can finish the project on time. He is married. He is married. Will I post sooner? Will I post sooner? Very little. Very little. He meditated to achieve inner peace. He meditated to achieve inner peace. Disposition. Disposition. He's too busy to meet us. He's too busy to meet us. Although it was difficult, we managed to finish the task on time. Although it was difficult, we managed to finish the task on time. You have to save money for emergencies. You have to save money for emergencies. What will you do tomorrow? What will you do tomorrow? How do you say this thing? How do you say this thing? They will study abroad next year. They will study abroad next year. On the corner of Maple Street. On the corner of Maple Street. Take a shower when the sea comes home. Take a shower when the sea comes home. Because I want to speak English with my sons. Because I want to speak English with my sons. I was sorry. I was sorry. The cat is sleeping peacefully. The cat is sleeping peacefully. Was your half-sister a designer? Was your half-sister a designer? Will he become a foreman in 3 months? Will he become a foreman in 3 months? They should develop normally. They should develop normally. Did you apprentice 4 minutes ago? Did you apprentice 4 minutes ago? Snore. Snore. Our grandson is the judge. Our grandson is the judge. Unfortunately, he is not the most confident cook in the world. Unfortunately, he is not the most confident cook in the world. Is this where we should meet? Is this where we should meet? May not be a monthly monk. May not be a monthly monk. Didn't he exercise an hour ago? Didn't he exercise an hour ago? If it snowed, we would have a snowball fight. If it snowed, we would have a snowball fight. I thought you would help me. I thought you would help me. Fake. Fake. He has one brother. He has one brother. Won't you notice? Won't you notice? His heart is good. His heart is good. We must pay attention to our environment. We must pay attention to our environment. Who is our friend? Who is our friend? Should he be a firefighter immediately? Should he be a firefighter immediately? Sorry, I can't help you. Sorry, I can't help you. Is there enough food for everyone? Is there enough food for everyone? The decision remained under the influence of the public. The decision remained under the influence of the public. His stepmother was a locksmith. His stepmother was a locksmith. He could not be hired because he had no experience. He could not be hired because he had no experience. Anyone can join the club. Anyone can join the club. Haven't I been a cop woman often? Haven't I been a cop woman often? Don't miss out. Don't miss out. The house painted blue stands out in the neighborhood. The house painted blue stands out in the neighborhood. Should I not live one weekend later? Should I not live one weekend later? Respect. Respect. Did not explain. Did not explain. Can you help me find my way to the student center? Can you help me find my way to the student center? Work together. Work together. Can you pick me up from the airport? Can you pick me up from the airport? Don't we separate? Don't we separate? Before we start the presentation, let's do a short rehearsal. Before we start the presentation, let's do a short rehearsal. After 3 midnight we are not the border. After 3 midnight we are not the border. One of the warriors may not usually prevail. May not usually prevail. Aren't you surrounded every day? Aren't you surrounded every day? I'm mad at you so I won't come to you. I'm mad at you so I won't come to you. Was her brother-in-law a playwright? Was her brother-in-law a playwright? We have to leave before it gets dark outside. We have to leave before it gets dark outside. You should not be an interpreter after a weekend. You should not be an interpreter after a weekend. He was on his way to work when his tire punctured. He was on his way to work when his tire punctured. It started to rain heavily. It started to rain heavily. He is a famous journalist who has written many influential articles. He is a famous journalist who has written many influential articles. Shouldn't he kill for 15 days? Shouldn't he kill for 15 days? I could see the twinkling stars in the night sky. I could see the twinkling stars in the night sky. We have created 10 questions in your ticketing system. We have created 10 questions in your ticketing system. Never fear. Never fear. Can I add often? Can I add often? How else does he get home? How else does he get home? Husband nanny. Husband nanny. Installment. Installment. What is your favorite type of food? What is your favorite type of food? My grandfather is the caretaker. My grandfather is the caretaker. They said they want to go on vacation. They said they want to go on vacation. The fake designer handbag was confiscated by customs. The fake designer handbag was confiscated by customs. Will he write? Will he write? He couldn't find his phone in his bag. He couldn't find his phone in his bag. They had planned the trip for months but it was cancelled due to bad weather. They had planned the trip for months but it was cancelled due to bad weather. I think you have a plan. I think you have a plan. Would you come with me? Would you come with me? I've never been to Australia. I've never been to Australia. Can you analyze? Can you analyze? You are a loyal friend. You are a loyal friend. I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks. I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks. Those who are sick. Those who are sick. We had already finished the project before the deadline. We had already finished the project before the deadline. I include. I include. You can do it at night. You can do it at night. I need some time to think about it. I need some time to think about it. Is your mother an astronaut? Is your mother an astronaut? Do you want to play football? Do you want to play football? Oh, I know what girls like. Oh, I know what girls like. The company is about to launch a new product. The company is about to launch a new product. Early in the morning the sun rose. Early in the morning the sun rose. Were they created? Were they created? She is a great cook and loves to try her new recipes. She is a great cook and loves to try her new recipes. The computer repaired by the technician is running smoothly. The computer repaired by the technician is running smoothly. I'm not sure if I'm the best person for you. I'm not sure if I'm the best person for you. I won't be working today. I won't be working today. They listen to music while studying. They listen to music while studying.